Hey guys, happy Sunday. Lauren Wandell, aka the Fit Law here. Welcome to my kitchen. I am super stoked because tonight we are making cauliflower buffalo bites, which I've seen this recipe floating around for a while and I've never tried it. So I'm really excited to give it a try. I kind of played around with some of the recipes that I've seen, kind of made it my own. I wanted to add a lot of flavor and not a ton of carbs, because here's what you get when you usually see like buffalo chicken bites or buffalo wings or whatever those buffalo things are. You usually have fried food, right? Well, obviously I don't really eat a whole lot of fried food because it's not the healthiest option. So and we love cauliflower, so I was looking for like a new way to use this so that it could add a little bit more flavor, get a new side dish. And one of the things that I was obsessed with when I used to do Whole30 was Paleo ranch dressing. So I'm gonna make these buffalo cauliflower bites because what goes better with buffalo style stuff than ranch dressing? I'm from Western Michigan and we eat ranch on everything. So this got me through Whole30. I ate it on all my salads. I dip stuff in it. Like, it's amazing. So I'm really excited because I'm pairing these two recipes together and I'm going to show you how to do both. So just bear with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. For the full recipe, head up to the description. There's a link to my blog. There isn't one for the ranch, but I am going to walk you through it. Okay, so that's only for the cauliflower bites. I'm going to pull up questions on my phone. So if you do have questions throughout the live feed, please feel free to pop them below. We will be doing this recipe live, so if you want to see the full picture, head over to my Instagram or Snapchat after I'm done, and I will put a picture up there. Okay, let me get rid of some of this really quick. I need a trash bowl. Okay, so we're going to start with the cauliflower first, all right? We're really just going to cut these into florets, or like bite-sized pieces. You can buy them already cut up, so if you want to do that, you can, but I'm just going to teach you how to do it with a full head of cauliflower too. So I usually just kind of make little incisions and cut off the green on the bottom. I'm just going to use one head for this recipe. My hust's so excited about this, guys. You have no idea. He loves chicken wings. He loves like spicy chicken wings and stuff, so he's like and he loves cauliflower. When I started doing roasted cauliflower in the house, he was like, oh my gosh, you have to make this all the time. And like cauliflower rice, he loves stuff like that. So he's extremely excited about this recipe. And then I just cut away from the bigger stalks. Like, I always kind of place it this way. It gives me a little bit more a better sight line to like what I'm doing, and I can kind of cut around the edges, and then when I get to the top I can just cut it off. So that's how I do it. I've seen some people that like take it upside down and they smash it to get the core out. I've tried that a few times and I suck at it. Like, I feel like I'm just like ruining my food and like bruising it. And so I haven't perfected that yet. So if you know how to do that, kudos to you, but I do not. So I just use my knife and I cut it away. And then I kind of get up to the top here and I just, boom, core is out. Okay, so that was pretty easy. Get my dump bowl out of my way here. Okay, so I'm just going to cut these, like I said, into bite-sized pieces. They don't need to be perfect. You know, just try to keep them intact into pieces like this. Like, don't cut through the top. I just try to kind of cut away at them and make sure that they're like actual, you know, florets. You know what I mean? Not cutting them into like quarters, because it's going to be harder for them to stay together, and then you're going to get those little cauliflower like pieces everywhere, and it just makes a freaking mess. So do your best to just kind of like go with the grain of the stalk, if that makes sense. So try to kind of stick with the pieces that are already defined in here and not really make your own. So some of them are going to be a little bit bigger. That's totally fine. I'm actually going to coat them in something else, but for now I'm just going to put them on the sheet tray because it's easier for me to hold it that way. And then I'm not going to have big, huge pieces of stalk. So if you have like a bigger piece like that, just cut it off and throw it away, because no one wants to eat that. You know, these are supposed to be like easy to eat little finger food. So make it simple. I love roasted cauliflower and any kind of veggies. I love roasted cauliflower. This is one thing that I never ate before. And now I feel like cauliflower is such like a versatile ingredient, right? Like, you see all of these different cauliflower recipes, like cauliflower crust for pizza. I've never been able to perfect that one. I maybe need to mess with it a little bit more. But like, cauliflower crust for pizza, cauliflower rice. Have you ever had cauliflower fried rice with like an egg and soy sauce. Oh my gosh, it's freaking to die for. It's so good. And it's vegetables, right? So it gives you that like carby taste and carby fix without having all the carbs. And that's what we like. Because I can tell you right now, some people, they have weaknesses, like their weaknesses are sweets. Mine are carbs. 100% carbs and cheese, which is like the worst two to have, right? My husband's is candy. He could eat candy all day, every day. For me, no. I'm like, give me a bowl of pasta covered in Parmesan, and I'm like a happy, happy girl. You see how these are just kind of falling apart, guys? Like, I'm not really doing too much. I'm just cutting off the bigger stalks, okay? This recipe is 100% paleo. It's actually, I believe, Whole 30 approved. It is, pretty much fits into every diet. I want to say it's not vegan, but it is, I guess, vegetarian. It does have one egg, but other than that, it's pretty much like falls into all categories. Pretty much checks all the boxes, guys. So that's a good recipe. You usually don't find a lot of those. This is something that was great for game day too, because everybody wants buffalo wings. Like I know I love wings, especially on game day. Like my husband always wants me to make them. So anything that I can make that, not that wings are bad because I bake them, but anything that I can make to kind of make it a little bit healthier, I'm good with. So a little bit more and then we're almost done with this. I think you're going to be surprised with how these are made too, because it's not what you would think. All right, we got one more stalk here, and what I'm doing is just putting them on here. I'm going to transfer them into a bowl after we get a little mixture going. But first, just got to finish this up. Yeah, like I said, this ranch recipe, oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm very picky about my ranch dressing. I don't know, I feel like kind of a snob. Like there's certain kinds that I won't eat. Like I can tell, you know, if a restaurant doesn't make their own ranch, and I know that that's so snobby and bratty, but it's true. Like I have my favorite places because my go-to, like probably my favorite treat or like off-plan snack and like thing that I eat at a restaurant is French fries and ranch dressing. I don't eat ketchup with them. I want French fries and I want ranch dressing to dip it in. And there are certain places that I don't want to go because their ranch sucks. And so I'm really happy with this recipe because it totally tastes like ranch, and it's no buttermilk, nothing like that. It's way healthier. It's Whole 30 approved. Like I couldn't believe it when I found it. I was like, there's no way this is going to be good. And it's good. Okay, so cauliflower is good to go. I don't need my cutting board for a minute, so I'm going to just move it to make some room. Okay, so we're going to make a little mixture to coat these, okay? And it's going to be, debating if I want to use the big cup. Yeah, we're going to use the little one. It is going to be a half a cup of coconut flour and a half a cup of water, okay? So I'm going to get my coconut flour, which is back here. Give me 1 second. All right, so half a cup of coconut flour. Boom, in the bowl. Easy. Half a cup of water, and then we're going to add our spices. So it's going to be a teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay. A teaspoon of onion powder. Teaspoon of paprika. This is just Hungarian style. This is sweet paprika. You can use smoked, you can use whatever you want, whatever you got on hand. We're building this up. A half a teaspoon of kosher salt, and I got a piece of cauliflower in my salt. I'm just gonna eyeball this because I don't have a half teaspoon out here. Half a teaspoon of that, and then a 1/4 a teaspoon of black pepper. Okay? Alright. Get rid of these. So we have like a nice little spice mixture going on here, okay? Get a little fork, whisk that up. And then we're gonna add a half a cup of water. Let me check these really quick. Hold on. Me too, picky with my ranch. Yeah, French fries and ranch dressing is like the best. My sister made me chicken fried cauliflower rice. That sounds amazing. I can seriously can tell when a restaurant has sucky ranch. Yeah, it's bad. I'm like, what is this? Like Hidden Valley, everybody always has that in their house, right? I think it's so gross. Like we have it for my stepson for him to use, but oh, so gross. Just thinking about how to make these yesterday. Now I can see the recipe. Yes, so this was on my meal plan for this week. So I'm going to, where did my cup go? Oh yeah, here we go. So half a cup of water. I'm trying not to spill it on my cat, who's underneath my feet right now. Okay, and this is too thick, so I'm gonna add a little bit more water. Just look at the consistency. You don't want it to be to be thick like that. You almost want it to be more of a liquid. So if you need a little bit more water, just add it in. I might need to rethink my measurements. A little bit more. Tuxedo, I'm gonna kick you, kid. You need to get out of here. He's like fighting me. He's like kicking me. He's like, no, I want to sit by your feet. This might be a cup to a half cup, actually. This is what happens when I don't test recipes out before, just so you guys know. All right, we're gonna go with this and see how that works. You seriously need to get out of my way. Okay, so I'm just gonna transfer this into another bowl. Put your cauliflower into a bowl. I feel like this can't be right. Half cup of coconut flour, half cup of water. Okay. All right. I came up with the recipe. I should know it. I'm not feeling this, guys. I need more liquid. This is making me nuts. Hold on. I don't like when my recipe is not doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, here we go. So it's thin enough that it's gonna cover everything, and like not thick enough that it's like clumpy, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna mix this. It's almost like a batter. Okay, good to go. I'm gonna get right in here, take my rings off, and just kind of mix this together and make sure it's all coated. This is like the smallest bowl for this. Troubleshooting, guys. This is so I know that next time when I don't make this live, I know what I'm doing. This is real life though. Okay, so I'm gonna coat these, make sure that they all have like a good amount of that on there. My oven is preheated to 425, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bake this mixture on, and then we're gonna let this bake at a 425 degree oven for like 15 minutes. And then while that's going, I'm gonna teach you how to make the ranch, and then I'm also gonna do the hot sauce mixture. So we don't have any buffalo sauce or anything in this yet, right? We just have this mixture and on the cauliflower. Okay. I feel like I'm missing some on the bottom. Okay. I know my hands are gross. All right, lay these out on your sheet here. Don't be afraid to get messy. It's your own kitchen. Nobody's judging you. You guys might be judging me. I don't care. You're not eating it. How does this fit into 21-day fix? So it's actually, I'm trying to think, with the ranch is a little gray area because the base of it is mayonnaise. But for this, I would just count this as a green container because it's all spices. The coconut flour is super, super low cal, and the hot sauce is free. So maybe like a green container and a teaspoon, because we are going to put a little bit, I don't even think you need it. I think it's just a green container, honestly, because I don't think it's high enough in calories to have anything else in it. We are going to mix the hot sauce with like a little bit of butter just to give it a better consistency. But I think you can just count this as a green, guys, because like there isn't really anything else in this. There's no gluten because we're using coconut flour and not regular flour. And, you know, obviously cauliflowers are green and all the spices are free. So I don't see why this can't just be a green container. Vegetables. All right. My hands are literally disgusting, just so you know. Okay, good to go. Note to self, next time mix with a spoon. You live and you learn. All right, pop these in the oven. Top rack. 15 minutes, okay? And then now while that's going, let me clean up here. While that's going, I'm gonna make this ranch dressing. I'm gonna teach you how to make this paleo ranch, okay? It starts with a homemade paleo mayonnaise recipe, which if you've never had paleo mayonnaise, oh, it's to die for, and you can literally eat it on everything. So you know how I said that I love French fries and ranch dressing? French fries and homemade mayonnaise are incredible. So just so you know, also roasted potatoes, it's just good on everything. So I'm going to teach you how to make the mayonnaise, and then I'll do the little buffalo mixture because it's super, super easy. So let me clean up a little bit here and put my rings back on because the other day when I was doing this live for you guys, I totally left them down here and forgot that I'd left my wedding ring on the counter, and that's how you lose them. Okay, next thing, we're gonna start making this mayonnaise, okay? So you're gonna need a small blender or a food processor, okay? Don't cut your hand off by acting like a crazy person like me. First thing you need is 1 egg, and you can crack that right in here, okay? Whole egg. All right, a little bit of salt. It's about 1/4 teaspoon. If you can't tell, I've memorized this recipe because it's so good. Can you use almond flour instead of coconut flour? I would just make sure it's super fine almond flour. That's it. Like, don't use the almond meal like I use for like crusting stuff. Just use like really fine almond flour and it should be fine. Mustard powder. It's a 1/4 teaspoon of this as well. And yes, you do need this. Do not leave this out of the recipe. Trust me, it makes a huge difference. Okay. And then we need, okay, this is really, really important. You need 1/4 cup to start of light olive oil. It cannot be regular olive oil. Just trust me on it. Don't do it. You will not like it. It does not taste right. So 1/4 cup in the bottom, okay? And then we're gonna do another cup, full cup. So it's 1 cup and 1/4. And a new one that I needed to open. Come on. Anybody else just like not trying to like get olive oil all over their face when they do that? Okay, so we already have 1/4 in here, and now I'm going to fill this up to a full cup. Again, this needs to be light olive oil. Just trust me on it. Or you can use like avocado oil or something like that too. Okay, so first things first. We're going to put this on. I left it on. Put this on, and we're going to pulse this just with this stuff in it just for 1 second, okay? All right, now we're going to leave it on, and we're going to drizzle this in the top. All right, and you're going to watch the magic happen. Who's ready? Are you ready? Oh my gosh. Magic. You see that? And that, my friends, is called an emulsion. And that is how mayonnaise is made. Ta-da! So easy, right? For those of you who don't know how to make your own mayonnaise, there it is. It is literally that simple. So don't feel like you have to go buy it anymore. And yes, it is totally 100% safe to eat it. The egg is not going to kill you, okay? A lot of people are concerned about eating raw eggs, and it's fine. Your mayonnaise that you buy, your Hellmann's mayonnaise, has raw eggs in it, okay? So you're totally fine, I promise. All right, next step. Don't leave this out either because it's going to make a huge difference. Get a little bowl and a spatula if I can find one. Yeah, raise your hands. How many of you guys make your own mayonnaise at home? Okay, here we go. Put it into another bowl. We are gonna use this blender again, but I need to get the mayonnaise out of it first. How many of you guys make your own mayonnaise or have ever made your own mayonnaise at home? Let me just set this down just for a second. Now, we do need some kind of acid, okay? Or it tends to break a little bit and separate, and we don't want that, okay? We want it to hold up as this nice, like, creamy mixture. So we're going to add an acid. So you have a couple different options with this. All right, if you want to go super simple, you can use a vinegar. So I usually use like champagne vinegar, and it's like a half of a tablespoon. It's really not a lot. Or if you want to be awesome, lemon, and use a little bit of lemon juice, okay? Super, super simple. You need about, I would say about a full tablespoon of lemon juice, and then with the vinegar, it's like a half of that, okay? So just slice off a little piece here, and you're gonna squeeze it right in. I just strain it through my hand so I don't get seeds everywhere. Okay? And you don't wanna mix this in the blender. You really wanna put this in a separate container and mix it like by hand. You want to almost fold it in. So for those of you who are bakers and you know about like folding things, that is the goal with this, okay? Just checking on those. So take that same spatula and just kind of like move it around, you know, like fold it. So with folding, you're just going to pick it up from the bottom and fold it over. Oh my gosh, it's like folding clothes. Everybody's favorite thing. Yeah, no, mayonnaise is ridiculously simple. Now, this is going to thin it out a little bit. Don't be concerned. It will thicken up in the fridge. This is going to keep for a good, I don't know, about six days in the fridge. You can add hot sauce to this. You can add roasted garlic. You can add whatever you want. It's amazing just like it as is. Or you can do what we're about to do and make it into ranch dressing. All right, so here we go. So next step, you're going to put the blender back together, okay? We're gonna get this all set up. Okay, we need a half of a cup, which is right here, of the mayonnaise, okay? So for this recipe, you do need to start with the mayo base. I love paleo mayonnaise and potatoes. Tried it but failed miserably. Well, Melissa, tell me what you did and maybe I can help. Your face when making that. I don't think you guys understand how much I love this. It's so good. Like, everybody thinks that regular mayonnaise is good, and it is. But it's made with soybean oil, so it does not have the same flavor. This has such a good flavor, and if you've never had it, you are missing out, and you need to try it. Did you see how easy it was? Impress all your friends. Make your own mayonnaise. And I can tell you right now, you will eat it within the week. Like, it's not going to go to waste. So I'm going to reserve the other part of this and put it just like in a container. So I just put these in those airtight containers in my fridge. And then usually what I do is I separate mine into two batches. I do one for my husband and I mix it with hot sauce, and he'll eat it on like burgers, you know, paleo chicken tenders, roasted potatoes, like everything. You can pretty much use this on, you could eat this with a spoon, you know, nobody's judging you. But I'm going to reserve the other half, put it in an airtight container, and just stick it in my fridge. Okay? Boom, just like that. All right? Okay, now the other half, we're gonna make ranch with. So back in the blender, okay? And this is like a dump recipe. So everything can just go in here and you can just blend it together and get all of it out because you're gonna want it. Just telling you. I did it all in a Blendtec blender and then added the ingredients all at once. That's probably why. Yeah, if you don't drizzle the olive oil in slowly, it doesn't emulsify. It's because you're mixing it with eggs. So you really need to do them, like drizzle it slowly. If you do have a food processor or one of those blenders with a hole in the top, that's why the hole's there, right? So you can pull out that piece and drizzle through the hole. So your blender should still work if you have that, but just be aware you have to drizzle in the second part. Okay, here we go. So what do you find in ranch dressing? Herbs, you know, those little green specks. I mean, that's what makes ranch healthy, right? Question mark? It's basically vegetables. Okay, so we're gonna add, it is half a cup of coconut milk. I haven't made this in a really long time, so I actually had to write down a recipe for once in my life. Half a cup of coconut milk. And I keep getting rid of this half a cup, like I'm not gonna keep using it. So it's a half a cup of the mayonnaise, half a cup of the coconut milk, okay? Just pour it all together. All right. 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. And of course I put all my spices away. Half a teaspoon of this. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it because I trust myself. Half a teaspoon of 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Could look ahead so I can get things. Okay, 1 teaspoon, so half a teaspoon of onion, full teaspoon of garlic. Boom. Done. Salt. It's probably about 1/4. A couple pinches. Black pepper. And then dill, and we're gonna use fresh dill, okay? So when you're eating ranch dressing and you see all of the little green pieces in it, it is dill. I don't know if you guys love dill, but I think it's really good. It's so good on roasted potatoes, so it's even better in ranch. Is your food processor papered chef? I have a papered chef one, but this is, what is this? This is Food Network, and I really like it. I have a bigger one, but this is perfect for mayonnaise. Like, I do one batch, so my bigger one doesn't do it as well. I think just because there's not enough ingredients in it. So this works super, super well for little things like mayonnaise. Like, it's awesome for that. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of dill. And then we're also gonna do a little bit of parsley. I have to brag on myself for a second, guys. I'm growing plants. And I haven't killed this. If you follow me on Snapchat, you saw that I bought this over a week ago. And it's still not dead. I'm so proud of myself. You have no idea. I literally kill everything that's green, usually. That's why I just buy my herbs as I need them, because I can never ever keep them alive. So just use your judgment on this. Fresh herbs, you know, are awesome. And I just kind of pick them off here. So proud. Okay, we're gonna slice these up. I'm just gonna rough chop them because it is gonna get chopped in the food processor, but I'm literally just gonna do like a rough chop just because I'm a little ADD, OCD, not ADD. Those are two very different things. Okay, good to go. Yeah, I stepped on you because you're under my feet. Move your butt. Yep, and now you got hit with dill because I'm dropping stuff on the floor. This cat, I'm telling you. Okay, stick that lid back on. Can you use dry dill? Yes, you can. It calls for a teaspoon. If you're going to use dry dill, just double it. Ready? Some of my herbs are sticking to the sides. And that is not acceptable. And there we have ranch dressing. I'm so excited. I forgot how good this is. It's so good. So I'm going to put that on the side. Now, if you want it to firm up a little bit, it does still have the mayonnaise in it, so just stick it in a jar and let it chill in the fridge for a few minutes, and it'll thicken up, because right now it's very liquid-like. Come on. It's very liquidy, and it's supposed to be that way. It will firm up, I promise. So I am I'm gonna pour it in here. And we have ranch, my friends. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna let that chill for just a few minutes. It's really good salad dressing too. Okay, let's check these really quick. All right, those are almost there. Now we're gonna make our little mixture of hot sauce, okay? My husband hates me, by the way, like when he comes out here, because he always cleans the kitchen right before I do this, and then he comes out here and he's like, it's like a bomb went off in here. 2 tablespoons of butter, okay? We're gonna melt that. Just nuke it for like 30 seconds. And let's see, I need a bigger bowl. Decisions. Okay, 2/3 of a cup of hot sauce. And I'm gonna use Frank's because Frank's Red Hot is awesome. And it's totally approved. So 2/3, what am I doing right now? No. 2/3 of a cup. It seems like a lot, I know, but just trust me, okay? Stick that in a bowl. What do you think would be a serving size? About 1.25 cups. How long will the ranch last? Same thing, about a week. Okay? Melted butter. Give it a little whisk together. Ooh, I can smell it. It's spicy. Like I can see, you know, it like wafts up into your face. All right. Now, to test the cauliflower, we're just gonna poke it with a fork just to see if it's done. I can tell it's like really kind of getting crispy, so I think we should be good to go. But let me just double check. Yeah, those are good. They're like getting a little bit crispy on the top, which is what we want. Okay, big bowl, cauliflower, okay? Oh my gosh, guys, these look so good. We're gonna stick it in the bowl and we're gonna toss them like we do wings. So I don't know if you guys know how to toss wings, but I'm gonna show you. So just pour these in here, okay? Now, if you're not on a restrictive diet, you can totally exchange the coconut flour out for regular flour, and it works just as well. And it actually will, they'll get a lot crispier than this because they have gluten in them. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. We are literally just gonna pour this mixture over the whole the top of this, okay? Toss for me, come on. There we go. Guys, oh my gosh, these look so good. Have you tried Frank's Buffalo Wing Sauce? I have not, but that sounds awesome. All right, we are good to go. We're gonna dump, look at that. Doesn't that look good? I'm so excited to try these. I'm just gonna dump these on a plate and I'm gonna dunk them in the ranch. Probably can't do these as finger food so much because they're just really messy. I mean, unless you want to get messy, I'm cool with that too. But I would eat them with a fork, dip them in that ranch dressing, and they're going to be great. For the full recipe on the cauliflower bites, head up to the description or head over to my blog at www.thefitlaw.com/blog. This will also be on my Pinterest a little bit later with the rest of my recipes as well. So if you want to head over to my Pinterest, which is also just search The Fit Law and you can find me, and all my recipes are there as well. To see a picture of this after it's done, head over to my Instagram or Snapchat. I'm all over social media, guys, which are both just at The Fit Law. I will post a picture in a few minutes. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'm so excited to try these. I know my husband is too. And we will see you next week. Haven't decided what I'm making yet, but you will be the first to know. So have a great night, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you next week. All right, bye-bye.